Hey guys, it's Carly. For anyone that doesn't know, I am a twin mom to Everett and Amelia via IVF, and in today's video, because they are almost 1 year old, I thought I would go over what we use for summertime for the babies to play. So this is my top 5 must-haves for summer. Our kids, like I mentioned, are almost a year, which is just crazy, and we've had great weather and a few good weeks of spring and summer, so I thought that I would just go over what we use literally every single day for the twins, whether we're at home, camping, going to the beach, with friends in their backyards. So hopefully this gives you some good ideas on what you can get for your kids for summertime. I also have a few other things that we use daily that didn't make the cut, but I wanted to mention, so stay tuned for those at the end. So number 5 on the list is definitely not a crazy must-have, but it's something that has really come in handy for us, especially with twins, which is the bike right behind me, just a infant tricycle. So this one is really cool because it is a push one for parents, so it has a parent push stroller on the back, and then once the kids get older they can pedal themselves, which is really nice. And I will say that our particular trike that we got is really annoying for the parent handle because it doesn't steer that great in my opinion, but I like the fact that it has a cup holder on the back and a phone holder on the back, and those two things do come in handy. So what we really like about having this little tricycle is that the babies are super upright and they get to like hold on to their little handlebars. They have a little cup holder in the front for their juice, and they really feel like they are on more of an adventure than just the stroller. So they're not like laid back and leaning and napping in the stroller. So this really comes in handy if we just need to get them out and about, get them some fresh air, take them around the block a few times because they're whiny or they just need to get out of the house, but we don't want them to fall asleep and nap. So we have a problem with our daughter Amelia naps in the stroller, and we try to keep really good wake windows for her so that they are on the same schedule. And if she naps a little bit earlier in the stroller and Everett doesn't, then naps are all thrown off for the day. So we like to have this secondary choice outside of a stroller that keeps them engaged and have tons of fun out and about without the ability to fall asleep. So number 4 on our list is the Kids Co pods. Now these are super nice because it keeps the baby contained. It changes levels, so once you put the baby inside of it and they start to grow with it and get a little taller, you can change the level of it. They also collapse down, and they have a little carrying case so you can throw them over your shoulder, kind of like a camping chair, and you can take them anywhere. So we use these at our house in the backyard. I feed the kids their little popsicles in them, which has berries and all sorts of things, so they just get super dirty. And I'll feed them lunch in them or dinner if we have a barbecue and friends over, and they have been super great. I've also been able to pack them up and take them over to my sister's house, who watches the babies pretty regularly for fun, and they like them there because it'll have just a place to put them down. We've taken them to the beach to where they can put their little feet in the water, but we don't have to worry about them eating the algae or the sand. So they're super versatile and we love them to death. I will note that as they started to get older, they are getting stronger, and so they could like try to reach for stuff sometimes, and so there could be the potential of them tipping over or grabbing something and pulling themselves over. So I do recommend, if they're starting to get older, to watch them when they're in there. You can't really just like completely leave them by themselves, but it is really nice to keep them contained. We're going on a big camping trip, and we're super excited to be able to have them around the campfire in these and not have to worry about them, being able to get out of a regular seat or being in a walker to where they could walk over the campfire. It's just stationary and much safer in my opinion. So number 3 on our list is any form of outside baby jail. Our kids are so mobile and they are just eating the bark, eating the rocks, trying to eat grass, anything they can get their little hands on if they are not contained. Also, with the hot weather, the concrete's starting to get hot if it's been in the sun, and so with them crawling, I really don't want them crawling on the concrete if it's super hot and their little knees getting scuffed up. So we love having little baby gel for outside. Ours is right behind us right now. We have the Regalo brand, which we actually borrowed from a friend, and we absolutely love it. We also have these in big inside baby gates in our house, but with this outside one, it's nice because it's made out of netting so they cannot climb it, and our babies are climbing everything right now, so they can't climb it. It doesn't have a little door, so they can't open the door like they do at the ones on the inside of our house right now, and it comes with a carrying case. So this one is also nice. It is definitely like heavier than those kids pods that I recommended. So this one is heavier, but it still has a carrying case. We've taken it to the beach, which is awesome. We've just set it up and put a little beach umbrella, and it's kept them shaded and contained, and they still got to look at the ocean. And we've taken it to friend's house to put in their backyard, and we have it in our backyard. And what we also really like about it is that it's super easy to fold up and put away. So we actually put it away in our outside storage every single day. We like to have our grass free for the sprinklers to be able to go off, and I don't like a bunch of, bugs or snails or weird things getting all over their stuff. And so I fold it up and put it away, or my husband obviously folds it up and puts it away every single day, and we put it in our little outside storage bin, and it works out great for us. If you have a pack and play, totally same concept. If you have a single baby with a pack and play, that is plenty. We actually also save our pack and play, and I will throw that out front with the twins a lot of the times, so that way that one kind of stays in the house, and I like to keep that one a little cleaner for when we go camping or whatever. So I don't use that one every single day, but I do still also use our regular pack and play for the twins. It is a lot smaller though. The one behind us is really big, and they have tons of room to play. I can put their little tunnel in there. I throw a bunch of balls in there from the little ball pit, and they can roll around and have fun. The pack and play is definitely smaller, so they can sit and play with their toys, or I can give them their little puff snacks, and they can hang out while I'm watering the plants, or husband's washing the car, or whatever. But yeah, any form of baby gel is definitely a must-have for summertime. Number 2 on our list is a baby swimming pool or a splash pad. The reason I have these together in the same category is because I feel like those little splash pads fill up with probably just as much water in the middle of them as I put in our little baby pool. So I do not fill our baby pool up that high because I want them to be able to crawl around and splash around and have fun, and I don't want to worry about them toppling over and not being able to sit themselves back up. So they have fallen over a few times because they'll try to stand up on the edge or whatever, and since I do keep it shallow enough, they just pop themselves right back up and they're totally fine. I obviously always watch them in the baby pool 24/7. I never leave them by themselves, but it's kind of the same concept as the splash pad since I have it really low. Our kids also love the splash pad. Our friends have one and they play with that too, and they like the little sprinklers that come up on the side. But I will say, once they get in the middle of it and all the sprinklers are around them, they get a little scared. So they like the regular baby pool a little bit better. They treat it more like a bath where they're splashing and playing, and it just provides really good entertainment, cools them off for summertime, and I feel like just getting babies used to the water, used to being free in the water and just not scared of it is always a must-have and a really good skill to teach them. Okay, so the number 1 item on our list is a water table. Our baby, all of our friends' babies, every baby I've ever met, and big kids, toddlers, absolutely love the water tables. So our kids will literally sit there and watch the big kids play with the water table, and then they'll play in the water table. It actually is the first time that our son learned to pull himself up from a sitting down position, is because my husband put the legs on the water table and our daughter could already stand at it, and so Everett wanted to be able to see what she was doing, and he pulled himself up and learned like that day. It was so cute. And so we love the water table. The reason why I have it as number one is because they stay far more entertained in the water table than they really do the pool. But I have both on the list. They're not together because I do feel like you need both, because they do run out of energy or attention span quickly. And so one day we'll put them in the pool and the next day we'll put them in the water table, or in like the morning we'll have them play in the water table and then the afternoon we'll have them play in the pool. It's just different summer activities while you're outside and everyone's, you know, barbecuing and things like that. Just having different stimulation and activities for them, I feel like, is so important for these long, hot summer days. Okay, so a few items that I wanted to mention that we do use every single day that I didn't really add to the list because they're not big items are, of course, baby sunscreen. So we use the Baby Ganix sunscreen. You can get it at Target. I really like this kind because it sprays on instead of the, you know, kind that you just squeeze out and put on them. We have some Aveeno baby sunscreen too, and that is just so thick and it's really hard to spread. And this Baby Ganix sunscreen is really thin and it goes on much easier. So as I'm just getting them ready for their day, I just put sunscreen on them like it's lotion right now, because I know that inevitably we're going to be outside and we're going to go to the park or we're going to go on a walk, and their little feet always in the sun. So I put it on them all the time. I've never had them break out in a rash or anything from it, and they've never had a sunburn yet. So I do trust this Baby Ganix sunscreen. It's SPF 50. I will say that our daughter has really bad eczema and tons of skin issues and allergies, and she's allergic to our dog, and that's a whole nother story, but she has never broken out from this sunscreen, so I really appreciate it for that. Another item I wanted to mention is the swimmer diapers. This one's super cute. It's the Huggies one, and I really like these because if they're going to be sitting in the pool, then their diaper doesn't get like super soggy and wet. So it helps with that. If they're just playing at the water table, I don't really put them in the swimmer diaper, but it's really great for in the pool, or if you're going to take them to like a big community pool, the swimmer diaper is definitely a must-have. And it's nice because the sides just tear right open, and so it comes off really easy. Another item that we use daily are the little popsicle molds. So these are super cool. They are the ability to make your own homemade popsicles for the babies. So I basically just make them a smoothie. I'll do like oat milk, yogurt, and coconut milk, berries, and spinach a lot of the time. That's like my way that I get them to eat spinach, is I put it in their little popsicles and I give them to this like as a solid snack. They go through it so fast and they absolutely love it. Now that they have teeth, they like chew it actually, and on a hot day just to give them a popsicle and their little Kidco pod is awesome. And then I just wash them off in their pool and it's super easy. So I definitely recommend getting the little molds. Ours we got from a friend, but I've seen them everywhere. They have them at like Target, TJ Maxx, like literally every store I've seen the little homemade popsicle molds. Almost done here. My next item that I love to death is our little fan. We actually have two of these, and we have like some that we can wear on our neck, and it got to like 110 degrees here the other day, and everybody was making fun of us that we had all these little personal fans, but then everybody was very, very happy when we brought these out. So these actually clip, so we can clip these to the side of the stroller, and they're wireless. They just charge with a rechargeable battery, and they have a few different speeds. So it's super nice. I've actually also clipped these to the side of my hiking pack as I was hiking with my daughter, and it kept her cooled off, it kept me cooled off. So I really recommend that, especially if you live in a really hot area, because even in the morning, if it's super hot out and you're on a walk with your baby, sometimes they are like hot and sweaty in their stroller even though they're just sitting there. So I certainly recommend having one of these little clip-on fans. They're pretty inexpensive and really come in handy. Okay, so the last item I will mention that I love and use a lot of is a cold thermos sippy cup. So I always have them with a sippy cup of water because on these hot days I just really don't want them to get dehydrated or overheated. And I was noticing that by the time we put the sippy cup in the car, take them in a store and come back, it's already like hot water for them. And so we found these at Costco. They're just the Thermos brand and it has a straw. My kids learned how to drink from a straw really fast with this cup, and once they like got the hang of it and realized there was water that came out, they just picked it up right away. And I can keep their water super cold and leave it in the car, leave it in the diaper bag. We can go hiking, I can put it in the side of the hiking backpack, and it stays super cold, and it's like the perfect amount of water for them to just have sips throughout the day, all day long. Okay, so that is it for our must-haves for summertime for our 1-year-old twins. I hope that this helped you out. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. If this video gave you some ideas for what to get your kiddos and you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can stay connected with our little family. Thank you so much and have a great day.